Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and we're going to do a quick random hypnosis session, not based on destinations, but based on dream symbols, emotions, and random nouns. And for those watching on YouTube, I'm going to do this now. So the randomly generated scenes or symbols is being questioned. So if you can't speak in a dream, it means something special is going to happen. So yeah, being questioned or being asked a question, and perhaps not being able to speak as a reply. So that might be an element of this. Retiring, uniform. So the symbol that they give here, difficult times are near. Potential toxic relationship. So a retiring uniform. So I'm going to take that to mean a uniform that you're taking off, and so you're retiring it as in not using it anymore. We'll take that as the meaning. And then the final one is medieval era. So if you see a medieval era in a dream, it means your life is about to turn a corner. So these, and that could be any element, so kind of relationship, career, or project. Of course, these are just interpretations by someone else. You get to interpret these symbols and these meanings in any way that you want. The random emotion generator, we're going to generate two emotions. I love this word, bewilderment and optimism. I'm a big fan of optimism. So bewilderment is a variation of confusion. So it's being unsure about something or confused and just not understanding something. Optimism, obviously thinking good things about the future. So I like those words. And then the random noun generator. If we generate three random nouns. Okay, we've got recycle, egg, and pay. Recycle, egg, and pay. So if you keep your ears open in this session, you should see or hear me using all of those elements. So the dream symbols, the emotions, and the nouns in the session. I'm just going to reach over and get my hourglass. It's 15 minutes, which I have now. And we're going to start the hypnosis. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, get a sense that when you're breathing in something resourceful and useful. And as you exhale, get a sense that things that are no longer useful for you, perhaps tension or stress, is leaving your body in the outward breath, thereby taking you deeper and deeper, relaxed. I want you to get a sense of your own thoughts. And isn't it strange that you can be thinking of something and then think of something within that thing? And perhaps you've done this once or twice in your life where you've shot a video camera or the video function of a phone into perhaps a television screen where it's revealing that output. And then you can see screens within screens within screens going on for infinity. Each time getting smaller and smaller. And one movement in the original image almost has a ripple effect throughout all those screens within screens within screens. And I want you to create an image in your mind of a television screen. And then as you breathe in and breathe out, if it's safe to do so, just allow your eyelids to close. That's right. Deeper and deeper. Relaxed. And I want you to imagine that with your imagination, you can go anywhere, to any place, and to any time. And I want you to create an image of your mind of a medieval castle, perhaps in ancient England, perhaps 500 years ago. Getting a sense of that intricate brickwork, the turrets, maybe a moat, even a drawbridge, and get a sense that you are there in that medieval castle, but you're not the king. I want you to imagine that you're a soldier there in that castle wearing a uniform. Maybe you have armor, maybe carrying a weapon like a sword, perhaps a bow and arrow. I want you to get a sense that you are there to do a job back there in that medieval castle. And maybe your job is to protect or defend, and occasionally to go out and attack. I want you to get a sense that back then, at that point in history, that would have been a prestigious job, an important role to protect perhaps royalty or barons, those considered the most important in society. I want you to get a sense that there in that environment, you're not paid very much. Your pay is a representation of few and far opportunities that existed at that point. Most people in medieval history would be working on farms. There wasn't really industry. And occasionally, professions, bakers, blacksmiths. I want you to get a sense that there you are as a medieval soldier. And more of your value that you get from your role isn't from those coins that you get every few weeks, but from the status, the significance of being in an important role. I want you to get a sense there in that medieval castle that the moat, and in fact the walls, represent possibilities for you. With this role as a soldier, you are limited to the role of defending the castle. Rarely will you leave the outer borders, certainly of the castle, and beyond that, the kingdom. Your role is to defend the kingdom. And perhaps the idea of doing a different role with a different responsibility creates an idea of confusion, bewilderment perhaps. Because whether you're a soldier or something else, quite often we get ourselves trapped within the identity linked to a profession. As bewildering as it would be for a soldier defending a castle to imagine leaving the kingdom and just travelling around the world, what is bewildering for you to consider? What options are there for you to completely change direction? Sometimes we get ourselves into routines and scripts where we're recycling day after day, week after week, where the amount of new things that are actually experienced are limited. I want you to get a sense that for any real change to take place, it takes place from within. I want you to create the image of an egg in your mind's eye and get a sense that if external pressure is applied to that egg, the life inside the egg dies. Whereas if the egg cracks down to internal pressure, perhaps a chick reaching the age where they're ready to hatch the egg, if it comes from within, then life and therefore opportunities are created. I want you to get a sense that there is always a new opportunity possible for you. Perhaps right now, if someone asked you the question, if you could no longer live your life the way you're living it, if you could no longer do the career, have the source of income that you're doing it, if everything changed overnight, would you start again and do exactly what you're doing now? Or would you use it as an opportunity to start afresh? If tomorrow or next week represented you hatching from a new egg, would you choose to go back to the life you have right now? Or perhaps you would venture out into the bewildering environment beyond your comfort zone and explore the possibilities open to you. I want you to imagine there in that medieval castle that you make a decision. Make a decision to retire, to take off that uniform for the very last time. Imagine hanging it up in whichever environment is suitable and get a sense of a new dawn. And in doing so, as you're wearing those medieval civilian clothes, maybe in the past if someone asked you, what would your future be like? And you just had no answer, you couldn't speak. But now you get a sense that the world is your oyster, full of optimism. Getting a sense that there are infinite ways to generate an income, to be paid for adding value. And what if you could recycle all those skills and abilities, knowledge, insight, but apply them to a different future? A future where you keep what's good and you discard what isn't. What if the future is an optimistic future of possibility? A bewildering future that is exciting because it is unknown. And at some level, all of us decide which is more important. The security of staying inside the walls of the castle, or the freedom that comes from venturing beyond those walls. I want you to get a sense that you are unlocking the optimism within you, that you get a sense that your future is positive, beneficial, that things will happen for you, and that even in the very worst of experiences, there will be opportunities to learn, opportunities to evolve. And that every chapter in your life is a new version of you hatching from your own egg to become some new evolution of you. Imagine walking away from the castle, looking back with a sense of hope, optimism, and excitement for the future, even if you don't know exactly what that future will be. And then you get a sense. Get a sense that all of this is just your imagination running a thought experiment, testing different scenarios to see how you feel with different possibilities, bewildering possibilities as to what the future may be like. And then you realize all of this is just a thought within a thought, an idea within an idea, a dream within a dream, much like those screens within screens within screens that you've seen before. And that you're not in a medieval kingdom. You are firmly in the present, listening to my voice right now. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes, get a sense of being in your own physical body right now, because very soon I will count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling optimistic, feeling adventurous, feeling that you're about to hatch out of your own egg, becoming an evolved new version of you, but taking all the wisdom, knowledge and experience and recycling that for a new chapter in your life. Starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.
Thanks for watching this episode. Really appreciate your attention. Hope you found that interesting, useful, beneficial in some way. If you have any thoughts, drop a comment. If you have any questions, drop a comment. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the show. And keep me informed if you have any ideas whatsoever for future random topics or episode themes or anything like that. Let me know in the comments. And thank you again for watching the show. Take care.